I have to pump more medics there. So ZerO has done an excellent job getting rid of the medics. I've only seen one medic out in the field. Science facility up. I saw 2 starports earlier. So, okay, Ranchin just sent me a text message. Well, an instant message. Let me get rid of that. Damn it, Ranchin. So, okay, really trying to push the front. But like I said, not enough medics to get it done. So you have to wait for those reinforcement medics to get out in the field. Meanwhile, the lurkers are morphing at the 2 o'clock position, so that means that that is going to be safe as well. Very easy to hold the chokes with lurkers on this map, even though really is moving up there right now with a huge amount of troops. If there's only 1 or 2 lurkers at that choke between the walls, I think that ZerO will be fine. So see if he can position those in time. Really is on the way, though. If he can get past the wall before the lurkers get down, he's going to be able to cause a lot of damage. Lurkers coming in just in time. Could not have cut that closer, ZerO, but at least he got it done. So really he's not going to be able to push in unless he's feeling suicidal or something. And ZerO might be able to get a pincer attacker who's coming in from the other side with lurkers, and he still has his Mutalisk out in the field. So if he attacks with all of these units at once, in one felt swoop, he'll be able to take down half of Really's army. He is trying to inch forward, maybe trying to get Really to run into the other lurkers that are down at the bottom of this choke. I'm not really sure why ZerO hasn't committed all of his troops to this by now, because the reinforcements are on their way to rendezvous with these other troops in the field. Really? Bypassing the lurker trap. That could have been stop lurkers there, I'm not sure. But things not looking good for ZerO now, because these troops are going to rendezvous in the middle and make a pretty gigantic Terran ball of troops. And that's going to make it very difficult to do that pincer attack that he was trying to do earlier. And I think ZerO knows that. He's falling back to the chokes, the choke points, to the natural expansion of both the 10 o'clock and the 2 o'clock with his troops. He's already spread the creep to the ridge over at his natural expansion, building sunken colonies there as well. So I think that will be safe. And really, at this point, going for those 2 starports is probably the smartest thing to do, because he's going to need some dropships soon enough to break into these bases. And I think that's why he went for that strategy in the first place. But okay, he's scanning here. He might actually try to break through. I think this might be a bit suicidal. Even though there's only 3 lurkers, all the more popping out through the Nidus Canal. And I think the ZerO will just keep resupplying lurkers to this position, and it won't matter how many of them are irradiated, because he can just keep plopping them down and really won't be able to get any damage done until he comes in with dropship play. There's a Zergling going nuts right next to that Defiler, being consumed. He's like, "Stop bugging me, you freaking Zergling!" Popping through the Nidus Canal, and now the Defilers are going to have a heyday. Wow, a lot of fire bats moving out now for Really. Maybe he's anticipating a Zergling attack or something. That's not going to help him much against the lurkers, at least not much against the lurkers. Oh, ZerO doing a fantastic job sniping the SCVs that were trying to mine at the 6 o'clock position, which isn't even completed yet. Oh, ZerO doing a fantastic job there, just denying that base as long as he possibly can. And let's see what really can get done. 2 irradiates of 2 defilers, so they'll be able to drop a couple of dark swarms and then die immediately. Okay, here comes the backup troops from Really. See if he can get through the mutas here. I think ZerO's got to back off. He does back off. The upgrades being a little bit too much for him there. So I don't think that mutas are going to play much more of a factor in this game. You might want to think about working towards the Greater Spire or something, getting some Guardians out to help him. But at this point, that's not really ZerO's style. I think of ZerO as more of an ultralist type of guy. He likes to heavily macro and then get ultras out, which usually works out great for him. It plays a lot like Effort these days, a sacrificial style, just throw in units, macro at the same time, which is basically the way you have to do it on this map. So hard to take that 5th base as a Zerg on this map. But okay, ZerO's moving into the middle, plenty of lurkers, Dark Swarm at the same time. Really was a little bit late to react there, but he got his troops out of harm's way, and I'm not sure what Really is thinking now, because there's no way he's going to be able to break through this amount of lurkers. He does have plenty of science vessels in to irradiate those lurkers, but still, it's going to be so difficult. He has a huge... Oh, man, I thought he was going to break that for a second. He would have lost every single one of his troops if he tried that. But drop ships, ferrying troops into that 2 o'clock position, not quite paying attention to his other troops, though. He's got to be mindful of all of his troops. Only 1 medic in here. He's got to ferry some more medics in here, definitely, if he wants to break through this 2 o'clock base. especially with these defilers in here, doing his best to run away from the lurkers, but the lurkers are going to be able to hold this 2 o'clock for the time being. See, curiously enough, he's going straight for the natural expansion now, almost losing his dropships, loses 1 science vessel to that attack, but I don't think splitting his troop up at this stage in the game is going to get the job done. He probably should have ferried all of his troops into this 2 o'clock if he wanted to take it down. It's going to be much more difficult now. He's not quite paying attention to his troops, loses about half of them. And I think he lost the he lost the medic there, so he's not going to be able to replenish these troops. He's going to be able to take out that lone Hydra, but after that, he's probably not going to get much more done. Walking through the lurker fields on his way to the 2 o'clock position again. He might try that dropship strategy again. That was a good strategy, but he didn't quite follow through with it completely. And now the choke is blocked. The ridge is blocked by lurkers and dark swarm, so it's going to be even more difficult to do that now. He's going to have to come up. He's got to walk up to the 12 o'clock position if he wants to ferry troops over into that main again. Well, that 2 o'clock position anyway. And it looks like really was trying to expand down at the 5 o'clock. Really has a pretty good, he has a really good economy going now, so he can definitely afford to take some more bases. He's keeping ZerO inside of his bases, so ZerO can't get a lot of economic harassment done. He's pushing up the ridge right now. Where's the defiler? One defiler could protect this, but it looks like ZerO doesn't have a defiler in just yet. The morphing lurkers at the same time, just kind of as a distraction, I think, just to hold those medic marines there until he can get a defiler in. But I don't see the defiler yet for ZerO. He needs to get a defiler in. Oh, man. Oh, there's the Dark Swarm finally holding the front. That's just in time. If he didn't have that defiler there, he would have definitely lost that natural expansion, and that would have been horrible. But now he has his 4 bases running, more dropships coming over. They're going to be spotted, though, by ZerO's troop that are running down the map right now. At least I think they were spotted. They might have been spotted there. Okay, let's see what really can get done. He's still just hovering in the middle of the map as ZerO sent all of his troops to the 6 o'clock position. I'm not sure what's going on down there, but all the Zerglings trying to get the surround. No, will it be enough? I'm not sure if it'll be enough Zerglings to completely harass that. Nope, not quite enough. 1 or 2 more Zerglings would have been able to get that done, but dropping inside the 2 o'clock again, this is exactly what he needs to do.